Layoff-Proof Your Career, Top Expert Strategies to Avoid Job Cuts in 2025. Imagine waking up in 2025 to the news that your job is on the chopping block. It's a frightening thought, but it's a reality that many are facing. The specter of layoffs has been looming large, and experts are weighing in on how to dodge the axe. But here's where it gets controversial. While some point to artificial intelligence as the culprit, others see a more complex picture. Let's dive in and explore what the experts have to say. First, let's address the elephant in the room, AI. If your job involves repetitive tasks, think data entry, following set procedures, or analyzing pre-structured reports, you're already in the danger zone. But it's not just about the tasks. It's about the roles themselves. Middle management jobs, especially in the tech sector, are feeling the heat. Mark Zuckerberg, the brains behind Meta, dropped a bombshell earlier this year, warning that these roles are likely to shrink. But here's the twist. It's not just about technology replacing humans. Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, recently highlighted a different issue, a mismatch between roles and skills. And this is the part most people miss. It's not just about AI taking over. It's about workers not keeping up with the technological tide. The writing has been on the wall for years, but now the changes are happening at lightning speed. The days of a single job, degree, or domain carrying someone through decades are over. So, what can you do to stay relevant? Let's start with the basics. What jobs are at risk? Any role that revolves around repetition is in the crosshairs. Coding jobs? Not safe anymore. Google's already using AI for 25% of its coding, and that number is only going up. Even management roles are feeling the pinch. Experts suggest that the industry no longer needs 4 managers to oversee operations. One can handle the work of 4 simultaneously. Sumit Jain, co-founder of Yockit, puts it bluntly. We can't predict everything, but we know one thing. Repetition will be punished. Adaptability will be rewarded. But don't think it's an overnight collapse. It's not about jobs disappearing. It's about tasks within jobs getting quietly taken over. The task may go, but the role remains if the person holding it shifts focus. Now, let's talk about soft skills. Experts prefer to call them core human skills. Communication, emotional intelligence, judgment under pressure. These are the skills that machines can't replicate. Saju Jain, an entrepreneur and Harvard alumnus, says, whatever you can do that AI can't, that's where your value rises. Speed, responsibility, and sincerity are no longer bonuses. They're the basics. But even this, he warns, is not an overnight collapse. It's not jobs disappearing. It's tasks within jobs getting quietly taken over. The task may go, but the role remains if the person holding it shifts focus. So what happens when layoffs come? Preparation begins before the problem. From a distance, layoffs look sudden, but from the inside, they follow a pattern. Skills become outdated, roles shift, teams get leaner, and one day a decision is made. Psychologists talk about cognitive reframing, seeing change not as a threat, but as a chance to rewire. Reskilling is no longer a future plan. It's part of survival. Saju says it bluntly. It's a learn or fail environment. Raghav Gupta, founder of Futurance, offers 3 key strategies. First, invest in skilling or reskilling in high-value areas. You can either become AI-enabled in your current domain or move up the value chain in your field. Second, build access to the right people. Relationships and articulation will open more doors than cold applications ever can. Third, work on your personal brand. When you have distribution, a point of view, and something unique to offer, companies do not just hire you for a role. They bring you in for the value you represent. The idea of a personal brand is also not vanity anymore. If you're visible, contributing, and open about your work, you reduce your risk. Start something on the side, show your work, be found before you're needed, Sumit adds. While cuts are unfortunate, and preparation for cuts is never easy, constant learning and agility are the best bets to navigate through them. In such instances, those who have the ability to cultivate new technical skills as well as soft skills prove to be most resilient. Rajiv Jayaraman, founder-CEO of Knowlescape, advises, engage in continuous learning, take modular online courses, seek cross-functional rotations, and partner with internal mentors to build versatile skill sets. When announcements of such situations arrive, approach them as reset points. Update your skill inventory, lean into internal transfer opportunities, and network within your company to identify new roles before they're publicly posted. In most boardrooms today, the hierarchy is flattening. The startup culture is taking on as experts weigh in. Teams are smaller, but the work remains. That means those who understand context, product, customers, internal systems are suddenly more critical than external hires. The person who knows how the system works becomes harder to replace. Context compounds, one of the experts says. Titles don't. And the soft skills? Are they enough? Experts emphasize the relevance of soft skills and call them mandatory. Communication is now a deciding factor. Can you explain an idea? Can you build trust? Can you manage conflict in a fast-changing team? Flexibility, too, has changed meaning. It's not about adjusting to a shift in timings. It's about being okay with roles evolving, tasks changing, and labels dissolving. Behavioral shifts, especially in adapting to technological change, are rarely immediate, says Dr. Nishant Bhardwaj, assistant professor and program coordinator of media studies at Christ University. Digital literacy remains a crucial bridge, and institutions are increasingly focused on making this transition accessible. At both school and college levels, conversations around AI are gaining prominence. This exposure is gradually enabling students to align with industry expectations and become more employable in a changing economy. What emerges from all the words with experts is not panic, but a path. Yes, AI is changing how work is done. Yes, jobs are being cut. But in that same breath, work is being redefined. Those who adapt, who think ahead, who speak up, and who learn with urgency find not only jobs, but opportunities. Being layoff-proof isn't a promise anyone can make, but becoming harder to replace, that's in your hands. And in 2025, that's what counts most. So, what do you think? Are you ready to adapt, or are you still clinging to the old ways? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with the experts, or do you have a different take on how to stay relevant in a rapidly changing job market? The floor is yours. How to future-proof your career, navigating layoffs and AI's impact. The alarming reality is that layoffs are not just a concern for entry-level employees. Even seasoned professionals are finding themselves at risk of job loss. As we witness a surge in layoffs globally, it has become evident that no one is immune to this unsettling trend. Since the beginning of 2025, numerous prominent companies across the United States, Europe, and Asia have declared significant job reductions, with the technology sector alone reporting over 61,000 layoffs by May 2025, as documented by Layoffs.fyi, a platform dedicated to tracking layoffs worldwide. This phenomenon is not limited to startups. Even industry titans such as Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, and Intel are making headlines with plans to cut their workforce by as much as 20%. Several factors are contributing to this unsettling trend, including global economic instability, increasing cost pressures, shifts in business models, and the rapid advancement of new technologies like artificial intelligence, AI, and automation. A report from the World Economic Forum in 2025 indicates that 41% of companies worldwide anticipate downsizing their workforce in the next 5 years due to the swift evolution of AI. In Vietnam, sectors such as manufacturing, e-commerce, technology, and real estate are also undergoing significant restructuring and layoffs, highlighting that mere experience is no longer a guarantee of job security. Furthermore, the youth demographic is not shielded from this reality, as AI continues to encroach upon traditional job roles. In this challenging landscape, the ability to adapt and proactively transform one's career is crucial for job retention. Nguyen Thi Quyen Phuong, the Director of Human Resources Solutions at TalentNet Company, emphasizes that while talent is still appreciated, near competence does not provide immunity against layoffs. Pham Pun Tu, HR Director at NIC Global, echoes this sentiment, stressing the importance of moving beyond. Individuals must focus on innovation and career advancement to stay relevant. You need to prioritize your career planning, acquiring new skills, keeping abreast of industry trends, and being adaptable are essential to becoming indispensable to employers. 2 advises. Advance your career or risk being left behind. In light of the widespread layoffs, it is imperative to invest in personal development through education and to broaden professional networks to maintain a competitive edge, particularly as roles lacking innovation are the most susceptible to replacement. Postgraduate programs, especially the Master of Business Administration, MBA, have gained significant appeal. As AI continues to take over various roles, MBA programs offer specialized knowledge that enhances adaptability and reinforces the value of human contributions. According to McKinsey's 2025 Global AI Report, skills such as critical thinking, strategic decision-making, and organizational leadership are challenging for AI to replicate, underscoring the continued necessity of human involvement in guiding organizations and managing crises. At British University Vietnam, BUV, the internationally recognized MBA program, conferred by Staffordshire University in the UK, prepares students with both academic excellence and practical skills in technology management, data analytics, and digital transformation, equipping graduates to excel in the digital era and seize global career opportunities. MBA students at BUV engage in field trips that expose them to real-world business challenges, enhancing their learning experience. Nguyen Swan Hop, Global Procurement Director at Target Corporation and a BUV MBA graduate, reflects on his experience. My MBA journey at BUV surpassed all my expectations. It expanded my strategic outlook and provided practical applications that I could implement immediately in my work. Through BUV's extensive network of local and international corporate partners, MBA students gain invaluable exposure, connect with influential leaders, and explore emerging career paths, advantages that AI cannot replicate. EUV's MBA program is accredited by the UK's Quality Assurance Agency for Higher Education, QAA, with all faculty members holding international PhDs and extensive postgraduate teaching experience at leading global universities. Students learn to navigate cultural differences, giving them a competitive advantage in the international job market. The campus at BUV offers a 5-star environment conducive to learning and growth. To support professionals eager to advance their careers, BUV provides postgraduate scholarships covering up to 50% of tuition fees, making higher education more accessible. For more details, visit here. https://buv.edu.vn/chungtrin Hoc Bang Sao Dai Hoc.